Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the story of something truly epic, the world's longest luxury river cruise, the MV Ganga Vilas. So, here's what we're going to cover. We'll look at its incredible, record-breaking scale, trace the epic 51-day journey, peek inside at the luxury on board, and of course, talk about that hefty price tag. But we'll also explore why it's so important for India, and finally, touch on a really critical question that this whole venture brings up. All right, let's get right into it. What is it that makes the Ganga Vilas so special, so one of a kind? So here she is, the MV Ganga Vilas. And this is way more than just another luxury ship. It's a real landmark. Why? Because this is the very first cruise ship ever to be made entirely in India. That's a huge deal for the country's shipbuilding and tourism goals. Okay, get ready for some numbers that are just mind-boggling. The journey covers 3,200 kilometers. To give you some perspective, that's like traveling from London all the way to Cairo, but on a river. It's an absolutely incredible distance, and it makes this the longest river cruise in the entire world, period. And this isn't some weekend trip either. We're talking about a full 51 days. 51! That's almost 2 months on the water. It's not just a vacation, it's a genuine expedition, a truly immersive experience. So how does it cover that massive distance? Well, it travels through 27 different river systems across both India and Bangladesh. Think about that for a second. It's just a remarkable feat of navigation that really shows you how vast and connected these waterways are. So a journey this big, where on earth does it actually go? Let's trace the route. All right, the voyage kicks off in Varanasi, the spiritual heart of India. From there, it cruises down the Ganga and actually crosses into Bangladesh. Then it explores the incredible Sundarbans. That's the world's largest mangrove forest. After that, it re-enters India to travel up the mighty Brahmaputra River, finally ending its journey way up in the beautiful remote city of Dibrugarh in Assam. And along the way, the itinerary is absolutely packed. We're talking more than 50 stops. It's really designed to be this deep dive into the culture and history of the region. You've got these incredibly sacred sites, like the famous Ganga Aarti in Varanasi, but also places with huge historical weight, like Sarnath, which is where the Buddha is said to have given his very first sermon. And the whole trip is just this amazing mix of culture and nature. I mean, you get to explore Najuli, which is the largest river island in the world. You see the Sundarbans, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You might spot one-horned rhinos in Kaziranga National Park. And you even get to visit Mayong, a village famous for its long, mysterious history tied to magic and ancient crafts. It's just an incredible variety. Okay, so we've talked about the journey, but what's it actually like on the ship itself? Let's take a look inside. The ship has just 18 luxury suites, so it's a really intimate experience. And as you can see, each one is like your own private sanctuary. The key feature? These huge picture windows. They're designed so the incredible, ever-changing scenery is always the main attraction. And of course, the experience on board is top-notch. There's a restaurant that serves up local dishes, so you can literally taste the regions you're passing through. You've got a lounge, a spa, and naturally a sun deck, which is pretty much essential for taking in all those amazing panoramic views. But here's something I find really fascinating. The ship is this beautiful blend of Indian craftsmanship and modern sustainable tech. So on one hand, the inside is filled with classic Indian teak and these gorgeous, vibrant Jayasar textiles. But on the other hand, it's equipped with some serious green technology, like its own sewage treatment plant and other pollution-free systems, all designed to protect the very rivers it travels on. Okay, so a journey this epic, this luxurious. I know what you're thinking. What on earth does something like this cost? Well, let's just say this is definitely positioned as a once-in-a-lifetime bucket list kind of trip. It's super exclusive, and as you can imagine, the demand for it is through the roof. It really attracts a certain kind of global traveler. So the price tag for the full 51-day trip is right around 50 to 55 lakh rupees per person. Yeah, it's a serious investment, which tells you everything you need to know about the ultra-luxury level of this experience. And you know what? That price tag doesn't seem to be scaring people away. Not at all. In fact, the very first voyage was completely sold out, booked solid by tourists from Switzerland more than a year before it even set sail. And the demand for future trips is just as high. But, this cruise isn't just about giving wealthy tourists an amazing vacation. It's actually part of a much, much bigger picture for India.
See, for Indian officials, the Ganga Vilas is a flagship project. It's meant to be a showcase, proving that the country's huge network of rivers can be used for two big things. First, high-end tourism, obviously, but just as important, for trade and commercial transport. The big idea here is to attract a ton more investment and really put India on the global river cruise map for good.
But as with any huge, ambitious project like this, it's not all smooth sailing. There are some serious questions being asked, especially from environmentalists and conservation experts. And this really brings us to a crucial point. Is there a cost to this that goes beyond the price of a ticket? The biggest worry is about the river's fragile ecosystem. Experts are pointing out that having more large ships means more traffic, more noise, and a higher risk of pollution. And all of that could be a huge threat to the animals that live there, especially the endangered Ganges river dolphin. This is a really rare and sensitive creature that actually uses sound to hunt and find its way around. So you can see why a noisy cruise ship could be a major problem. So that's the big question we're left with, right? It's a question that comes up with so many big projects today. On the one hand, is the Ganga Vilas this incredible triumph for tourism, something that's going to open up new opportunities? Or, on the other hand, is it a really risky voyage for a delicate ecosystem that we can't afford to lose? The real challenge is finding that balance, balancing ambition and development with the responsibility we have to protect our natural world. And honestly, there are no easy answers.